Okay. Hi, everyone. My name's Isabella Peretz. I'm a teacher at 3 Jewels, New York City, and we are a studio that teaches yoga and meditation classes. So I'm here to teach you or walk you through about a 1-hour yoga flow. So what we're going to do is, you see behind me, I have a chair and a mat. So we'll be alternating between chair and floor exercises. So make sure that you have a chair nearby and or a sofa, and that you have enough space to lay out on the floor. You don't need to have a mat. You can do it on carpet as well or on a towel, but just make sure that you have the space to do this. So we'll be going through a seated sun salutation sequence and then go onto the floor for some stretches.
Hello.
Hi.
Good morning.
Nice to see you. Yeah, so I was just telling everybody that I'm going to go into a combination of a seated and floor sequence with also options to stay on the chair if you want to stay on the chair the whole time. So just make sure that if you do want to go on the floor, that you have enough space and that you have, a comfortable chair to do this sequence on. All right, so without further ado, let's get started. So I'm pretty sure you both were in my class 2 weeks ago. So we talked about what yoga is all about, why the breath is so important. So for students joining on YouTube, just a quick overview is that yoga is really about connecting to your breath. So taking a moment to really feel how your breath is moving through your body and connecting to your breath throughout the practice, and I'll be cueing you when to inhale and exhale, is going to be extremely important. So I really want to start with this awareness of our breath. So just starting in our chair, and yes, grab some water if you need right now. So getting on our chair, my chair is a little bit high up, so I'm going to come to the edge so that my feet can lay on the floor. But you feel free to sit on the back of the chair, whatever way feels most comfortable for you. You want to just make sure your back is straight in a neutral position. Place your hands on your thighs. I invite you to also maybe bring your belly button a little bit closer to your spine, just to feel a little bit of engagement there, and bring your shoulders up to your ears and bring them back down. Maybe just shake it out a little bit, whatever happened today. You're taking this time to really tune into yourself and take care of yourself. And I would just prioritize that right now, if you can. So I invite you to close your eyes, and if that doesn't feel comfortable, maybe just stare at a point on the floor that's not moving. Just kind of let your gaze get a little hazy. And just inhale. And exhale. Take another breath in. Arrive in this space, inhale. And exhale. Let's now do some box breathing to get a little bit of awareness of our breath. So what that means is just counting your inhales and counting your exhales. So I want you to count to 5. So inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I invite you to inhale from your nose if you can. So inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhale through your mouth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do that one more time. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I invite you to place one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly. And I want you to just feel how your body moves when you breathe. So inhaling, feel your chest and stomach expand. And exhale, feel it all contract. Maybe even feel where the breath is coming from. For me, it's coming from my chest. Inhale. And exhale. I can also feel it in my belly. Inhale. And exhale. Great job tuning in. Let's release our hands to our knees. And we'll start with some actual just quick warm-ups for our joints. So maybe bring your hands up a little bit or leave them wherever comfortable and just start doing sparkle fingers. So moving your fingers about a little bit. Let's just take 2 breaths here. Inhale. And exhale. Let's take another breath. Inhale. And exhale. Now let's move our wrists around in circles. Take 2 breaths here. Inhale. And exhale. Maybe take it in the other direction. Inhale. And exhale. Let's move our shoulders about a little bit. So bringing your shoulders up to your ears and back down your spine. Take a breath in, shoulders up. And exhale, shoulders down. One more, inhale, up. And exhale, shoulders down. Let's take it the other way. So inhale, shoulders up from the back. And exhale, front, bring them down. So inhale, shoulders up. Exhale, bring them back down from your ears. Okay, now let's move our knees around a little bit. So inhale, just extend your legs. Ooh, that's hard for me on the edge, actually. So I invite you to place your hands on, if you're on the edge of your chair, place your hands on the sides of the chair and tuck your belly button a little bit closer to your spine, so engaging the lower abdomen. And when you inhale, just lift one leg. And bring it back down, but so the foot's not touching the floor, just keep it extended a little bit. Inhale, lengthen the leg. And exhale, bring it back to center. One more time. Inhale, lengthen the leg. And exhale, bring it back to center. And place the right foot down. Let's do the left leg now. Inhale, bringing the left leg up with your bent knee. Just take an exhale. Now inhale, lengthen the leg. And exhale, bring it back to center. Oh, this is a workout. Inhale, lengthen the leg. And exhale, bring it back to center. One last time. Inhale, lengthen the leg. And exhale, bring it back to center. And lay the left leg down. So that was our warm-up. I would like to invite anyone who's watching or taking the class live, if you feel any pain, since I can't modify you in person, if you're feeling any pain or your breath is becoming really heavy, a little strained, I would invite you to just stop, take your neutral spine position and breathe. Connect to your core again. And by your core, I mean your core breath. Connect again, and then come back when you feel like the pose is available to you. All right, so we're gonna start with our sun salutations. So keep your back in a neutral spine and bring your hands into a prayer pose in front of you. Take a deep breath, inhale. And exhale. On the next inhale, bring your arms up. So elbows by ears. And try to keep your shoulders down. Inhale. And exhale, just hinge at the hips, fold forward so that your arms are to your side. Maybe push a wall, an imaginary wall in front of you. So flex your hands in front, so palms facing forward and your fingers facing your face. And on the next breath, just fold forward over your knees so your chest will fall over your thighs and your hands will come by your ankles. And just let your shoulders hang for a little bit. Maybe shake your head yes, nod your head no, or yes, shake your head no, nod your head yes. Just moving the neck around a little bit. Take another breath here, inhale. And exhale. On the next inhale, flatten your back, so look forward. And maybe place your hands on your shins and point your toes. Just bring the toes up. Look forward, inhale. Exhale, fold forward once more. And inhale, fan your arms by your side, bringing your arms back up over your head. So coming back up to your arms, straight by your ears, overhead, look up. And exhale, bring your hands back down to your thighs. We'll do this 3 more times. So, inhale, reset. Exhale. Inhale, bring your hands to your chest. And exhale, bring your arms up overhead. Inhale, folding forward over our knees. So chest over thighs, hands down by your ankles. Inhale, flat back, bring your hands to your shins. And point your toes. I realized I missed a move, so we're just gonna stay here for a breath. Inhale. And exhale. Release the pointed toes. And yes, so fan your arms around to the side, bring your arms back up overhead, and we'll just get to the pose that we missed. So bring your hands in front of your face and push a wall, an imaginary wall in front of you. Really just engaging the core. I invite you to bring your belly in closer to your spine and push this imaginary wall in front of you. And one more breath, inhale. And exhale, place your hands on your thighs, come back to neutral. That was a bit of a strain on the shoulders without the release, so bring your shoulders up to the ears. And exhale, bring it back down. All right, third flow through, third set. So let's bring our hands to our chest, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, arms up, so elbows by the ears, fingers pointing to the sky. Exhale, hinge at the hips forward. So just angling your chest a little bit further forward and bring your hands level with your face, pushing an imaginary wall in front of you. Take a deep breath, inhale, and exhale. On the next inhale, fold forward, drop your chest onto your thighs, bring your hands wherever they fall by your ankles. Take a deep breath, inhale, and exhale. Inhale, bring your hands to your shins, flat back, look forward, and point your toes. Exhale, forward fold one more time. And inhale, fan your arms around you. Bring your arms up to the sky, look up. Exhale, bring your hands right back to your thighs. And we'll do this last sequence, or last set of the sequence. So inhale, bring your hands to your chest in a prayer pose. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. Inhale, bring your arms by your ears, elbows by the ears, fingers pointing up. And exhale, hinge at the hips forward so your back is still straight and your chest is hinging forward. Bring your arms level with your face, pushing that imaginary wall in front of you. Once again, bring your shoulders down from your ears. There we go, that's good. And inhale. And exhale. On the next breath, forward fold, chest to the thighs. Let your hands fall where they may. Inhale, hands to shins and point your toes. Look forward. Exhale, forward fold. And inhale, fan your arms by your sides. Bring your arms back up. Above you, look up at your hands. Celebrate that you finished this sun salutation sequence for this class. And bring your hands back down to your thighs. So let's shake a little bit of that out. So I invite you to just like move freely. And I'd actually like to go into some cat and cows just to release a little bit of tension we could have built up. So bring your hands back to your thighs and inhale, coming into cow, pushing the chest forward, arching our upper back a little bit. Take a deep breath, inhale. And exhale, curving our spine in, looking towards our belly button. This is cat. Take a breath. Inhale, coming out to cow. And exhale, coming into cat. One more time, inhale, chest out, cow. And exhale, curve the spine in, look at the belly button, cat. All right, coming back to center. I remember last class that I taught, there was a request for some abs. So I'm going to go into a gentle ab series on the chair. All right, so let's start with feeling how we can engage our core in a chair. So what I invite you all to do is to bring your right knee into your chest. Just hold on to the outside of the knee with your hands. It's It's a good way to support. And just, I invite you to bring your belly button closer to your spine. Really feel how that fires up your core a little bit. And try to inch your knee further into your chest and see where that engages an upper part of your abdomen. Take a deep breath in here, inhale. And exhale. On the next inhale, release. And we'll do the same on the left side. So bringing the left knee up into a cradle of your hands. Engaging that lower core by bringing your belly button closer to your spine. And now inching your knee a little bit closer to your chest, feeling that engagement even deeper. Inhale. And exhale, release. So we're going to layer on another movement, a little bit of a pulse to feel some opposition in the side of your core. So bring your right knee back into your chest, holding on to your knee here. And actually, I'm going to ask you to release your left arm. So still hold on to your knee with your right arm. And bring the left arm over your knee. So your elbow, the inside of your elbow goes over the hand and the knee. Look in the direction of your left arm. And I want you to pulse your hand forward. If it's available to you, please pulse your hand forward 8 times. So it's a very little movement, but you should be able to feel it. And I'll count us off. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Let your right leg down. And let's repeat on the other side. So bringing our right knee in as far as we'd like. And taking our left arm, so still supporting with our left hand, taking our right arm forward where the eye of the elbow faces the knee, and we'll be pulsing our left hand forward 8 times. So 8, and our chest kind of follows as well. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now let's release. And we'll now take it to the other side. So bringing our right knee back in. Now we'll be releasing our right hand. So still holding onto our knee with the left hand, releasing our right hand and bringing our the inside of our right elbow right next to our right knee, and just turning our gaze towards our left shoulder. And this will be a nice internal twist. And will help us feel our upper ab engagement. So I would suggest you breathe in, take 2 breaths here. So inhale. And exhale. Take another deep breath in. And release. Let's try it on the left side. So bringing the left knee in up to the chest. And still supporting our left knee with our right hand. Bring the left arm out in front of the knee. And look over to your right shoulder. Flex the left toes to support the knee as best possible. And take a few breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. Take another deep breath. Inhale. And release. Great job, everyone. So that was our ab series. I'd like to check in first with everyone. Everyone's looking good. All right, so this is where we would start our floor exercises. So if you'd like to stay on the chair, feel free to do so. But I think I'm going to move on to the floor to show the floor exercise and then come back to the chair to show the chair modification. So we are going to be going into, in Sanskrit, what's called Paschimottanasana C, but it's really just folding over your legs to stretch out our back a little bit. So on the floor, what this looks like is you will be, I invite you to sit with your legs extended forward. And bringing the underside of your thighs out from underneath your glutes. Bring your arms overhead. Inhale. And on the next exhale, this is where we set up the pose. You will keep your back straight and let your hands rest, rest where they fall. And if you're on the chair, just hold there for a minute if you're on the floor, but if you're on the chair, what I would invite you to do is to extend your legs forward. So bring your back to the back of the chair and extend your legs forward. Bring your arms overhead, inhale, and exhale. Let your hands fall on your shins or your knees, wherever they may. So when you are in your final pose, I would like you to take 3 breaths. So I'm going to demo on the floor. I'm in my pose. Inhale. And exhale. Take another deep breath, inhale. And exhale. Just one more for good measure. Inhale. And exhale. On the next breath, we're going to be moving on to a wide-legged stretch. So if you're on the mat and you have enough space, just bring your legs into a V position in front of you with your toes flexed towards your face. And we'll just be stretching one side to another. Let me demonstrate what that looks like on the chair first before we get into it. So on a chair, you have your legs extended out. You're just going to open them so that your knees are level with the side of the chair. And you're going to bring your arms up overhead by your ears. And you're going to follow the same arm movements we're doing on the floor. So I'm coming back to the floor. My legs are stretched in a V. And my arms are up overhead. So elbows by the ears. Inhale. And exhale. I invite you to place your hand wherever it may fall on your right leg. So right hand to right leg. Look up at your left arm. And if this is okay for you, like this is as far as you want to go, that is absolutely fine. You're still getting a side stretch. But if you're feeling compelled to deepen a little bit, I would invite you to bring the side, your right side, a little bit closer to your leg. So almost as if you were just bringing your head closer to your knee. Inhale. Let's take a few breaths here. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One more breath and I will check in on everybody. Looking good. One more breath, inhale. And exhale, come back to center, arms overhead. And inhale, let's move this over to the left side. So inhale, bring your left hand wherever it may fall on your left leg. And look up towards your right hand. And if you want to just stay here, that's okay. If you'd like to deepen a little bit further, bring the side of your left chest towards your left leg. Inhale. And exhale. Take another deep breath, inhale. And exhale, come back to center. And the next pose I'll be leading us through is a gentle twist. So if this is available to you, I invite you to bend your knee, bend your right knee, and bring your right foot over your left knee. So over to the other side of the left knee, and bring your left elbow bent at a 90-degree angle to your right knee. Now I'm gonna go to the chair to show what this should look like on the chair. Just hang in there in that position if you're on the floor. On the chair, what this would look like is bringing the right knee over the left knee in a cross-legged position and placing your right hand on the outside of the right side of the back of your chair and looking over towards your right shoulder. If you're in this position on the chair, stay here. Back to the floor. We have our right knee over our left knee, right elbow to left to right knee, or left elbow to right knee. And we're looking over our right shoulder, feeling that nice twist for our internal organs. Taking a deep breath here, maybe bend your right elbow a little bit. You don't strain your joints, inhale. And exhale, take another deep breath, inhale. And exhale. One more just because this feels pretty good. And release, come back to center. And bring your left knee into your chest. And we'll repeat on the left side. So bring your left leg over your right knee. And bring your left arm, or your right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Look over towards your left shoulder. I will demonstrate on the chair. Now cross your left leg over the right leg and bring the, it's the right leg over the left leg and bring the right elbow to the right elbow nowhere. Just bring your right hand to your thigh and the left arm to the outside of the left side of the back of your chair and look over towards your left shoulder. So now coming back to the floor, we have our right knee over our left onto the outside. Sorry, getting all kinds of confused today. Left leg on the outside of the right knee, right elbow to the outside of the left knee, and we look over our left shoulder. Maybe bend our left elbow a little bit so as not to hurt the joints. And we'll take 3 deep breaths here. Inhale. And exhale. Another deep breath, inhale. And exhale. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Come back to center on the next breath. And now I invite you to lay on your back if you're on the floor. So the next pose we're going to be going into is a bridge pose. So you're laying down on your back on the floor, and I will cue this for the chair after cueing the floor. So bring your feet on either side of your hips. So your feet should be hips width distance apart. And bring your hands as close to your ankles as you can. So that may mean bringing your lower back closer to the heels of your feet. And just sit here for a moment while I cue the chair. So on the chair, to achieve a similar muscle group stretch, what we're going to do is come to the edge of our chair and place our feet firmly on the ground and hinge forward at the hips, grabbing the outside of the chair with our hands. And when I cue the floor to bring their hips up, I'm going to cue you to hold on to the outside of your chair and try and lift your hips up just a little bit. Okay, so my floor exercisers, you're in your position where your hands are by your heels. I invite you to lift up your hips. So keep your chest on the floor. Keep everything on the floor except for the hips. Just lift the pelvis. And stay here for a few breaths. So what this looks like on the chair is we have our hands on the outside of the chair and we lift our pelvis just for a few breaths. So inhale. This might be some strain on your joints, so bend your elbows. Exhale. One more breath, inhale. And exhale, release. We'll try that one more time, and this time we're going to be doing the exact same thing. This time I'll be demoing on the floor. So your pelvis is on the floor, hands are by the ankles or the heels of your feet. And inhale, lift the pelvis. So your pelvis, if you're on the floor, should be about knee height. And you should feel the engagement in your glutes primarily. Inhale. And exhale. Take another deep breath, inhale. And exhale, release. Was a lot of work for our glutes, so I would just windshield wiper the legs from side to side. Now, this next pose, I would like to do a modification of a shoulder stand. So for those on the floor, and then I'll cue the chair to have a similar effect. For those on the floor, I invite you to just consciously make sure your back is fully flat on the mat. Feel how the ground supports your spine. And make sure that your feet are hips width distance apart. And just I invite you, if it's available to you, to bring your legs up. So your feet would be facing up towards the ceiling, and it's okay if your knees are bent. The whole point is just to make sure, just to refresh the blood circulation. So bring some blood from your feet or your ankles down to your heart. And just take a moment to breathe here. This is a pose for decompression. Enjoy it. And if bringing your feet to the ceiling actually is not available to you, it's okay to keep the knees bent here as well. For those on the chair, I invite you to just roll your shoulders. So bringing your right ear towards your right shoulder. Bring your head to center. And then roll the left ear to the left shoulder. Keep doing this for a few breaths. So we'll all be breathing together. Inhale. Exhale. Another deep breath. Inhale. And exhale. Now, if you're on the floor, bring your legs back down. And just lay your entire body down. Palms face up towards the ceiling, feet splayed out towards the side. We're in final resting pose, Shavasana. So for those who are new to yoga, Shavasana is not a physically active pose, but it is a mentally active pose. It teaches you to sit with silence and with stillness. And for those sitting on the chair, I invite you to sit in the most comfortable position possible on the chair. So for me, that would be my back on towards the back of the chair, hands on my thighs, just my eyes closed. And I want to cue people on the floor and on the chair through a body scan just to feel the difference in our body after this yoga sequence. So starting at the top of the head, and moving towards our forehead, inhale. And exhale, don't forget to breathe, going down the bridge of our nose, past our eyes, past the nose itself, passing our mouth, our cheeks, our chin, scanning down our throat, our neck, all the way to the shoulders, the chest. How are you feeling? Scanning down the torso, all the way down to our pelvis, passing the pelvis to our upper thighs, Scanning down to our knees, down the calves, down your toes. Maybe also examine your fingers, palms of your hands, your wrists, forearms, and back to your upper arms. Scan back up to our shoulders, our neck, up the chin, up the mouth, up to the nose, past our eyes, to our forehead, and back up to the tops of our heads. Now I invite you to imagine a speck of light on the top of your head. Every time you breathe, the speck of light expands. I want you to sit with that visualization for a few more breaths. I'll let you sit with your stillness. And I will cue you to come back. And on the next inhale, wiggle your 10 fingers and toes, coming back to the room around you. And appreciate how your body feels today. Maybe, warm down your joints a little bit. Move your wrists around, move your ankles around, whatever feels good. And remember this feeling, whatever your body felt from this practice, remember it. And one thing we like to do at the end of every yoga class is dedicate our practice to anybody who you think that would need this practice, who could benefit from any of the feelings that you felt here. So with that dedication, I'm going to close class with our hands towards our chest. Let's think about that person or that group of people we want to dedicate this class to. Bring them to the front of your mind. Now I'm going to Om to close the class. You can join in with me or just listen. It'll be at the next exhale. So inhale.